constrain it by a certain type of mouse model that is common to research. So I can add a text string that's then limiting my people results by the documents that co-occur under that structure. And so instead of me a priori telling the user this is what's important, it gives them the ability to explore and then return documents and related information. So it's giving kind of the steering wheel to the user to drive quant, which is great. A last really important part of this, and we started to touch on it, is the ability to do statistical modeling. Because at the end of the day, with quant, a lot of users, particularly on a big decision, like this asset or that asset for M&A, you need to know how sure are we and when were we sure. And to do that, you really need to build in statistical inference into it. And for us right now, we built a layer with an open source product called R, but there's other packages we can integrate. We have a kind of front to back stack where we have a Tivio's index on the bottom, R in between, and then Spotfire visualization on the front. So we're actually in real time doing statistical analysis of this quant, which is great because sometimes you get back, like maybe we're not so sure about ophthalmology. It's not that clear based on the data, but we're really confident about another area. And I think the last leap for big data and for people to turn over the keys to, like you said, the score, it's going to start with seeing documents and getting used to it, but ultimately it's going to be like, look, statistically, this is what's likely to happen, and I'm this confident about it, and here's when I knew, and I
don't
think,
listen to this guy.
Right, exactly. This guy's wrong.
Yes.
So.
I think it's an amazing example of what unification does. Relay unifies information. They provide intelligence across it. Even think about the user interface, the experience of the business user. Brigham has used a lot of different terms: ontologies, search, dashboards, reporting, visualization, graphs. That's what UI is all about. It's about creating intelligence off of all these different sources, all these different methods. It's not about one method. It's not, search is not enough, BI is not enough. It's the collective. And I believe that this is very much the future of big data and data analysis, is putting all the pieces together with that layer of brilliance and insight on top.
So when you sit down with a CIO, what do you tell them?
I say that they should be looking immediately to use UIA on their strategic projects. Quite honestly, that's the best way to do it, right? When you have a project that requires you to integrate information and provide search and BI, analytics, dashboards, all of that experience on top of it, and maybe even workflow. And those are the apps that I think people are building now that matter, that capture the interaction with the user. It gets to a deeper level. It provides a greater quant and qual insight for the internal decision makers. They have to start doing that right now, because gaining the expertise with it, getting the infrastructure in place, and learning what it takes and how easy it can be to merge a bunch of silos together and build an application on top of it, and how quickly and how reduced the risk can be. We didn't talk about that much, but one thing about Relay is they got to market